Hey guys, and welcome to the first Friday Fab Fives with me, and I'm really excited for this video. I wasn't exactly sure what this first one was going to be. I knew I wanted it to be important and be a really good kickoff for the series, and thank you to my friend Tasha, who doesn't even know she was the inspiration for this. I'm going to link her channel down below. Check her out. She's pretty cool. I am going to do the five of the things I learned in my 20s. So the first thing is, at some point, everyone in your life is going to disappoint you. This is something that it was a hard lesson to learn for me, but I learned it and I understand it to an extent now, that I can't expect that everything is always going to go the way I want it to go. There are going to be situations, there's going to be people, there's going to be times where I'm just disappointed, whether it be in a person or a situation, and that's just how it's going to be. That's how life is sometimes. And unfortunately, those people are sometimes the ones that are closest to you, but sometimes you just got to suck it up and move on forward. Number two, so life is shorter than you think, and cherish every minute of it. I never would have thought this. It's not something I really was hoping to learn in my 20s. But when I was 27, my grandma passed suddenly from pancreatic cancer, and to me, my grandma was my person. Like, she was like the Meredith and Christina of Grey's Anatomy. That was me and my grandma. Like, she was my person. And so for her to have passed so suddenly, and for me to have look back and wish there was so much more I would have said to her or been able to experience with her, I realized just how short life was. Like, 27 years of having my grandma by my side was nowhere near long enough for me. And so I need to remember that every day is not promised. Tomorrow could be your last day on earth. So you need to enjoy it. You need to tell those people you love that you love them. Be happy. Do what makes you happy. Don't have regrets. All that stuff that they say on those quotes. Live, love, dance, whatever. But for real, like, you need to remember that life is short, and that you really need to embrace what God has given you and be thankful for what He's blessed you with, but also just remember that, when that day comes, make sure that you don't look back and wish that you'd done things differently. Number three, surround yourself with people of like mind, or people who are going to lift you up and encourage you and support you. Don't surround yourself with people who are drama-filled, or who are time suckers, or who are selfish. I have learned this the hard way too many times in my 20s. I've learned that there are times where you're going to make friends with somebody, you're like, oh my gosh, this is my best friend, and we're going to do all this stuff together, and she's just like me, oh, she'd never hurt me, and then you find out that she's only in it for herself, or just the fact that she's just a selfish person to begin with. And so that's something that was hard for me to learn as well. A lot of these things were hard for me to learn, but I'm glad that I've learned them, and now going into my 30s, I can look back and be grateful for that. So now I choose to surround myself with people who are very uplifting, who only want what's best for me and will pray with me, and who they just want to encourage me, and they aren't afraid to tell me the truth, but they're telling me the truth in love. So it's not anything where they're just trying to tell me what I want to hear so that I can like them best or anything like that. But they really do care about me, and they just want to see me succeed and be happy in life. And that is what I choose to surround myself with, is people with that kind of mind frame. 4, being a mom is ridiculously hard. Like, I always knew I wanted to be a mom, and I couldn't wait to become one, and I did become one as soon as, like, right after I turned 20. So that was exciting for me, but there's no handbook, there's no manual, there's no how-to strategy guide on how to be a mom, especially when every single child in this world is unique and different. There are times where I feel like I'm going to pull my hair out because my boys are so different, but yet there's so much personality, so much uniqueness to them, and I don't always know how to approach that or how to handle it. And something else I learned was that you're going to fail daily, hourly. For me, by the minute, I feel like you will fail days, and that's going to be okay. You are not perfect by any means, and by you, I'm saying me. Where I'm not perfect by any means, whether it be in any area of my life, but especially as a mom. And so I've taken all these 10 years of my 20s to really be like, you know what? I'm not the greatest at this thing I call being a mom, but I'm doing my best. And the Lord does give me strength. He gives me grace. He gives me everything I pray for, because there are days where I don't feel like I can make it through, and He is the one who helps helps me get through that. So being a mom is super tough, and I give you guys kudos to all you fellow moms out there. Give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it. All right, so the fifth thing I learned in my 20s that I think is the most important thing that I learned, it was that it's okay to be who you are and not have it all figured out. I am a type A personality down to a T. I am a planner. There would be times when I would be like, yeah, when I'm this age, I'm going to do this, or this time next year, I'm going to do this, and I'll start planning things. And my mom used to laugh at me like, Mandy, stop. Like, you have lots of time. Things can happen before then. And I'm just like, no, they can't happen. They have to go the way I want them to go. And life has got to go the way Mandy wants it to go. And I would plan out everything. And then when something would throw off that plan, it would be like my world was shattered. So something I had to learn really quick, especially as an adult and especially being a married mom of two, I had to learn that things won't always go my way. And I have to be okay with that, and I need to know it's okay to not have it all figured out. Even turning 30 this year, I know I still don't have it all figured out, and we're not meant to have it all figured out. We are meant to rely on God for that. We are meant to rely on Him for His guidance and His wisdom and His grace, and I'm okay doing that. There are times where I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I need to know the outcome of this, or I need to know if this is going to work out the way I want it to, or what have you, and there's just times where I don't get that answer, but I have to be okay with that because I need to know that God's plan for me is greater and better than any plan I could have ever had for myself. And so therefore I know that I can trust in Him and I don't have to worry anymore. It is, guys, the first Friday Fab Fives. I hope you enjoyed it. I am really excited to do this series, and some of them are going to be fun little tidbits of things about myself. Some will be a little more deeper. And then, of course, I'm still looking for suggestions and ideas from you guys for what you guys would like to see. I can't wait to hear your ideas of what you guys would like to see in this series. So if you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below so you don't miss another video. Thumbs up this video if you're excited for the series. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye!